Let's see what these positive and normative statements are. A positive statement is a statement that is factual, objective, unbiased, and a statement that can be tested right or wrong. In other words, these kind of statements would include certain facts and statistics from the past, or certain facts and statistics that they may speculate for the future. These facts and statistics are very objective. It is not someone's opinion or emotion that goes into these positive statements. Therefore, these statements are very objective. There is no bias towards someone's feelings or emotions or opinions. And these kind of statements can be tested whether it is right or wrong. It could be proven accurate or it could be proven false by testing it. On the other hand, normative statements are emotional statements. They are opinion oriented statements. They're very subjective. So these kind of statements would depend on a person's level of understanding, a level of education, emotion, and so many other factors. So these statements are very biased, and these are value judgments. These are non factual statements. So let's see a few examples of what these are. And let's test these two examples. One could say this economy is experiencing severe unemployment, versus someone else could say the unemployment rate in this economy has risen from 3% in January 2019 to 7% in December 2019. Now, when we look at the first statement, you see someone could call this severe unemployment. But how do we gauge the word severe? It is very subjective. It is a very emotional, opinion oriented statement. Whereas the second statement, which says unemployment has risen from 3% to 7%, it gives facts and statistics, and it gives a comparison between January 2019 and December 2019. Therefore, we can look for previous records, past records of unemployment, and see whether this statement is true or false. Now, these kind of statements you will see um, in newspapers, online or offline. You would see these statements appearing in multiple places. Now, see, this picture is out of a news article which says Obama administration to, and the word, we don't see the balance part of it, but it talks about GDP growth down by 2%. In other words, it gives a fact, it gives a stat where you can test it. No one is being emotional about this. Therefore, this would be considered as a positive statement. Now, this says uncertainty to dent earnings growth by 5%, bank warns. Again, it gives a statistic, it gives a fact where you can test it and, um, and try to understand whether this condition is going to be true or false. Now, see, on the contrary, you see this statement, it says economy on the mend, and that is a very subjective statement. Whether the economy is broken and dented, where you have to mend it, and that is a very opinionated, opinion oriented statement. And it is very, it's an emotional opinion that you're giving. Therefore, this is considered as a normative statement. Now, again, you see this, it says economy shrinks as Brexit looms. Now, shrinking and looming, these are words where it is once again subjective. One could define shrink to have a minor impact, and we don't know whether it is even giving a large impact. We don't know how much shrinking they are talking about. We don't even know the extent of looming it is talking about. It is quite an opinion oriented statement which you cannot test right or wrong. And you don't have enough facts or statistics to make this statement factual or objective or unbiased. Therefore, these kind of statements can be considered as normative statements.